Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Massively Rewind, a show recapping this week's top stories on Massively.com. I'm your host, Richie Procopio, and I'm not wearing any pants. Or am I? World of Warcraft player Double Agent hit level 80 recently. Why should you care? Well, because he did so without leaving the Pandaren starting area and therefore never chose to side with the Alliance or the Horde. All those experience points were painstakingly gained from tedious and copious amounts of herbalism and inscription. If you're thinking, wow, that must take a long time, you're darn right it does, because Double Agent started his epic contrarian quest way back in September of 2012. Don't fret, however, because once the Warlords of Draenor expansion goes live, you'll be able to boost your very own factionless character to level 90 without playing the game at all. ZeniMax made waves this week when they announced that Elder Scrolls Online bullies, PvPers, will have extra incentives to grind out all those alliance points necessary to become the Emperor of Tamriel. Aside from what looks to be a sweet hat and some serious armor, his or her majesty will get their very own unique skill line, which will remain available to the character even if the position of Emperor is lost. There's no word yet whether former Emperors will get their own Tamrielian Secret Service detail or that $161,000 annual pension for the rest of their days. Imagine if they gave Emperors the Dragonborn's Fus Roda ability! Wouldn't players go crazy for that? I say that as I look off camera to share a moment with some imaginary studio coworker. Yeah, there's nobody there. That's my washing machine. Sony Online Entertainment's had an interesting fortnight. First, the company says that their idea of adding additional value includes axing the monthly rewards of 500 cash out points that its subscribers have been enjoying for years. CEO John Smedley responded to the ensuing firestorm with a cautious "we may just give you every game for $15 overture, followed by a full-blown mea culpa and the announcement of an all-access pass revamp. The Smedster's encore was a pledge to be more transparent about SOE's business practices going forward, and we wish him the best of luck trying to sway all of those angry NGE nerds in the days to come. And now, with a special report on violence in video games, I throw it over to our field correspondent Ken Alt, who is reporting live from PlanetSide 2. Ken?
Thank you, Richie. I'm here in Sony Online Entertainment's PlanetSide 2, where widespread reports have come in claiming acts of violence in video games. Is it a myth, or is it a horrifying reality? Our investigations have exposed several acts of this video game violence, and we're here on the scene to ask opinions of those who know best. Excuse me, sir. Sir, would you be able to comment on the video game... Alright. Let's go to this next individual over here. Sir, would you be able to comment on the violence in video games that... Alright, well... cut that one out. Don't use that one. I'm gonna get it to a better position. Okay. Okay. Hey, are you kidding me? Hey, come on. Just stop it. Just cut all this. Cut all this out. Well, okay. Well, thank you, Richie. I'm here in ArenaNet's Guild Wars 2, where I'm investigating claims of video game violence. As you can see, we have nothing but peaceful vistas and calm cityscapes here. So all claims of video game violence are false, and it is in fact perfectly safe to let your children enjoy these MMOs. This has been Ken Alt reporting on the scene. Back to you, Richie. That last one really got me. Hey Jim, make sure you cut all of that previous footage. We do not want to use any of that. I don't want any of that on my resume, and we especially don't want anyone playing that PlanetSide 2. It's a horrible game. Nobody should... What? Oh, we're still recording? Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Alt reporting live from the non-violent Guild Wars 2. Thanks, Ken. Well, there you have the top stories for the Massively Rewind for the week ending January 10th, 2014. Don't forget to go over to Massively.com every single day for all of your MMO news, and I will now exit while shuffling random papers because that seems like the thing to do. Take care, everybody. Smedster's encore was a pledge to be more transparent going forward into the practices and the hows and whys of... Well, there you have the top stories for the massively... Well, there you have the top stories for the massively... Well, there you have the top stories for massively rewind... World of Warcraft player dead... Ugh. World of Warcraft player dead. It's not really funny. There's no word yet whether former emperors will have their own Tamrielian secret... Tamrielian. There's no word yet whether former emperors will have their Tamrielian... Jef? Tamrielian? Really? Tamrielian?